Hey guys, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. Great to have you on this Get More Referrals Today podcast. We've just come off a huge 4 or 5 weeks. We had Partnership Club in the UK for our UK guys, Partnership Club in the US at Long Beach for our US guys, and we've just finished up here in Sydney for our Australian and New Zealand guys. And the big thing that continues to really stand out for me, and that's what I really want to dive a little bit deeper into today, is how well do we use our networks? We've got so many opportunities on the table. We can reach so many people through technology these days. There is just so much that we've got the ability to do, but how much are we really doing? And you don't have to take this to the extremes that we do, where already I've probably had 40 odd messages through Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn message or direct Instagram message, direct tweets. You don't have to go to that extent. But what you have to do is have a strategic plan around how are you going to use your networks more effectively. And even if it's you're only going to engage with 2 people a day, perfect, not a problem. At least you have a plan around that. You see, for most of us, the problem is we don't have a plan. We rely on hope and luck. And if we rely on hope and luck, then we're never going to continue to do the actions day in, day out like we need to be doing. It's a let's do it when we've got some free time. Let's do it because I thought about it. Rather than let's do it because it's part of our strategic marketing plan to create more conversations and therefore create more opportunities. And that's the thing. Conversations equals opportunities. And if you're not creating conversations with people, then you can't be creating opportunities in your network. Now you'll see over my shoulder, if you're watching this through our YouTube, and if you're not, maybe a good idea, jump over to YouTube, subscribe to the Referral Marketing Guru channel, so then you can watch rather than just listen. But if you're only listening to it, I've got a whiteboard behind me. And on that whiteboard, it says referrals, exposure, open doors, fill leads bucket. Because it's not just about getting referrals from your networks. It's about all 4 of those things taking place, because all of them lead to more money. And in the end, you're in business to create sales. Sure, you're there to help people. You're there to provide a good service. You're there for whatever other aspect, but if you don't make money in your business, you do not have a business. So it's pretty simple. So therefore, you need to make sure that your networks are finding you referrals, are creating you more exposure, are opening doors for you, are filling your leads buckets for you, are being walking billboards for you. And that can't happen unless you are creating conversations. So let's get a strategic plan in place. Let's get rid of the hope and luck strategy, and let's ensure that we actually are growing our networks with the right sorts of people, engaging with our networks to then create conversations with the people in our networks. Now, over our Partnership Club days, we do a whole bunch of implementing a whole bunch of plans. Our personal engagement plan, our front of mind plan, our social conversation plan. Now, none of that's rocket science, but those plans speed up the results. When you do those plans and you follow the 10-minute block, the 30-minute block, the social conversation 10-minute block plan, it speeds up the results you get, and it gives you more structure and accountability around getting the right sorts of things done. So right now you have a network. Whether it is a good network or not might be another question. But you have to have a plan to purposely grow your networks with the right sorts of people. With people who have the ability to buy from you, partner with you, open doors for one another. So many times we get people in our network who we're never going to talk to. Well, what's the point of them being there unless they were part of your support network? So 90% of our network should be made up of people who buy from us, partner with us, open doors for us. And 10% should be made up of our support network. So have a look at your networks over the next week or so and go, do I actually really have the right sorts of people in my networks? And if you don't, then you need to start growing your networks with the right sorts of people. Phase 1. Now you've got the right sorts of people, you're getting the right sorts of people into your network. Phase 2 is we've got to be more engaging with these people. You've got to create conversations, you've got to reach out, you've got to say hello. Now that's not as difficult to do as what it might seem. You hear that, oh, another thing. I get it. It hasn't taken more than 4 minutes to have 40 conversations this morning through message platforms. And you could even not even have to do that part yourself if you've got a VA or someone else on your team. They could be doing those first reach out messages. But if you're not engaging with your networks and you're not creating conversations with your networks, now don't expect other people to be creating conversations with you. They don't know how to. They don't know that it's a thing, that they should be doing it. If you've been around our environment long enough, you know you're the one that has to take responsibility for this, because other people are too busy being stuck in their business rather than creating opportunities for their business. So in phase 2, who can you reach out to? Happy birthday messages. How are you messages? Love to know what you're up to. Love to see if there's something we might be able to do together. But in all of this, there is a right way and a wrong way to do it. There is transaction thinkers who are hunters who will never get the results that they could. And then there are transformational thinkers who understand how to send messages and use the right sort of language, which is why we just want people to use the same sort of scripts that we use. When you're around the right sorts of people, the right sorts of language, using the right sorts of messages to your networks, you will get results really quickly. But more importantly, you will create plenty of opportunities. So simple actions from today's podcast. Take a look at your network, and are you growing your networks with the right sorts of people? If not, change that around. Then phase 2, start engaging to create conversations with your networks. If you've never done it before, great. Create 5 engagements over the course of the week. And then step it up from there, 1 a day. That takes you no more than a minute. I guarantee you're wasting a minute somewhere in your business right now. And that's a great starting point to simply create conversations. Over the weekend, Jemima Ashley, down there in Canberra, great business mind, hadn't been engaging much with her networks. Over the last couple of days, she's picked up 3 speaking opportunities and has got so much more taking place by sending simply about 15 to 20 messages to her networks over 2 days. What an amount of money sitting on the table by just simply getting back and engaging with people who already know her, already like her, already trust her, would love to create opportunities with her, but it's not in their realm of thinking until you reach out. And that's the key. You taking responsibility for engaging with your networks and making sure that the right sorts of people are in your networks. Hopefully that's been super helpful. If it's the first time you've come and joined us, make sure you pop over to referralmarketingguru.com.au/resources. And even if you just go to that first page, you'll still be able to see the resource tab. So much great information there, great little tools for you to be able to use. So pop onto the resource page, find the things that are relevant to you, and make sure you grab your resources. Till next time, guys, great to be with you. If you're not over on our YouTube channel, make sure you go and subscribe so you get great information, comes out a couple of times a week. And if you're not on our podcast channel yet, make sure you also find our podcast channel through the podcast you're listening to, Get More Referrals Today, and subscribe to that also. Till next time, take care. Look forward to speaking to you real soon. See you later, everyone.